Your Excellency Minister Mulugeta Seid Dawtew, thank you again for the honor coming to the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy and for the excellent lecture you gave. We would love to ask just a few follow-up questions to go a little bit deeper into some of the issues. Let me ask you a question on nation branding. In your opinion, is nation branding a vital impulse for foreign direct investment in Africa?
Yes, it is very important because Africa was known as a dark continent in the past, as uncivilized and poor in many aspects. But in the nation branding, we can emerge really one of the most important economic power in Africa. African natural resources are immense, and we are really working towards the improvement of agricultural productivity and technological enhancement. And I hope Africa is becoming one of the most important economy in the world. Therefore, branding in terms of its current position and its future potential is very important for investment. Otherwise, investment will not be coming simply because of the past bad and imbalanced image. So I really recommend the importance of branding with the respective potential and resource that every African countries have.
Okay, and in terms of strategy, what do you consider a perspective strategy for nation branding of the African states, and which of their strengths would you recommend them to emphasize in this process?
Yeah, Africa is endowed with a very huge natural resources, untouched. We have purely organic nature in many aspects, especially in agriculture. We have also huge mineral resources. We have also emerging educational development. Therefore, for Africa, in order to be branded positively, we have to show our potential. We have to really contribute for the economic development of the world. So we have a huge young population in education. Therefore, they have to brand themselves in terms of accelerated agricultural and natural resource development in a sustainable and eco-friendly way. So if they brand themselves in this aspect, I think we can make a big difference in development.
Okay, so you already touched on education. So what measures have been taken in your home country to raise the quality of the Ethiopian education system in order to provide the youth with better possibilities and access to education?
Great, this is a very important question. Ethiopia is really moving towards meeting the Millennium Development Goals in education. Currently, we are having close to 15 million boys and girls at school. And education at a primary level, secondary level, and at tertiary level is expanding in a very fast manner. Therefore, education is one of our pillars in economic development. Especially this time, we are endorsing the European standard. We are endorsing the scientific component as a major part of our strive. So when we are working on education, especially, we want to focus on biotechnology, because Ethiopia is very much endowed with biological and natural resources. So our youngsters really should work on that. Plus to that, our youngsters are really enhancing the heritage and the paleoanthropology aspect, which is also linking us to the world. So educational aspect in terms of scientific discovery and scientific technological advancement is very important. So our effort at this time is empowering the youth with scientific knowledge, and we are also practically working towards making our boys and girls very much scientifically oriented. So that is the way that we have been doing.
So you have already talked about African youth as an asset. So how do you perceive the current role and empowerment of young people in the process of nation branding and representation of Ethiopia more specifically? And do you think it's sufficient?
Of course, we are really registering a fast economic advancement in the country, and that is also manifested in the involvement of our students in many aspects of scientific engagement. But we have to work very hard in order to expand and realize the full potential of the youth to transform our country. We are now envisaging Ethiopia to be one of the middle income countries in the near future. So the future is for the youth. So the youth must be prepared both educationally, scientifically and politically to shoulder this responsibility. Therefore we are working towards that. We are still working. We are not fully satisfied, but we are in a better condition.
Let me touch on the cultural diplomacy. And could you tell us more about the importance of the Ethiopian cultural heritage and its role in the cultural diplomacy of Ethiopia?
Yes, Ethiopia is really rich in heritage. You have immense archaeological, historical, and cultural endowments, because Ethiopia is really a multicultural and multilinguistic society. It is a home of ancient civilization, and it is still in advancement. Therefore, cultural heritage and cultural diplomacy is vital in this case. So we can really brand ourselves as a place of ancient civilization and as a home of diversified cultural society, which is very important for cultural diplomacy. And at this point in time, I want to tell you that the three Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, is really living harmoniously for many hundred years. So this is also a model for the world. So really this can also be a selling point for cultural diplomacy.
And according to you, what is the crucial difference between the cultural diplomacy of Western countries and that of African countries, such as Ethiopia? And what could Europe learn from Africa in the field of cultural diplomacy?
Well, you know, as a human being, the world is really becoming very close. We have mutual interdependence and mutual interest in terms of culture. But mainly, if you ask me about Ethiopian and African cultural diplomacy, we are really presenting ourselves as a source of human origin, as a source of natural and historical places. The European cultural diplomacy, it could include both modern and past. But by large, the crucial difference that I can see at this moment is we believe that we are the source of ancient civilization, ancient species, so that we can share this for the world. So with this difference, we can learn from Europe. It is modernity, it is scientific culture, and therefore we can really grow together in this manner.